Hello again, I'm back with Micah Level, pastor from Upper Room Worship Center, and he's also author of the book Words of Knowledge Training Manual. And he's here today. We want to talk a little bit about this book, or training manual as I might call it. And so, kind of like we like to start off, just what was it that made you decide to write this book?
Yeah, so this one really started off kind of different than my other book right away with a motivation to write a book. I was like, okay, I need to write a book about words of knowledge, and I need it to be a training manual to help people. So the Lord, how it all started for me is the last 10 years since I've been walking with the Lord, I right away just kind of really started functioning in word of knowledge, and probably the greatest manifestation of the Spirit that I operate in out in day-to-day life has been word of knowledge, and just seeing a lot of amazing breakthroughs through the gift of word of knowledge. And I feel like the Lord really challenged me last year. I just suddenly started feeling like, okay, am I equipping this? Am I actually giving this away and helping the body grow in this? So that was my motivation. Sat down and honestly wrote it in a day. It was the weirdest thing. It felt like just grace on it, the Holy Spirit. I sat down and I just typed it front to back in a day.
Wow.
So really amazing. And then the editing had a lot of cleaning up to do. But
So if I didn't know what a word of knowledge was, there would be people watching this that you say word of knowledge and they don't know what that means. Could you explain to people watching what that is?
So a word of knowledge, it's one of the gifts listed in 1 Corinthians 12. It's a specific, unique manifestation or gift of the Spirit, different than prophecy, different than discernment, and different than word of wisdom. It's its own unique gift. And what the word of knowledge is in a real basic form is that you receive information or facts or knowledge that you had no prior knowing before. So you receive it from the Holy Spirit, you receive it from God. It would be facts like a noun, a person, place, or thing. Facts about a person, place, or thing that you had no prior knowledge before. It comes directly downloaded from the Holy Spirit in your thoughts, in your feelings, in all kinds of ways, dreams, visions. There's so many different ways God communicates. And it's just, he's communicating in thousands of different ways, facts about person, place, or thing.
So do these kinds of things, happen to really holy, spiritual people only? I mean, who
No,
is it for?
It's for all believers. It's really simple. Like, the greatest way I've explained it a lot of times is like, basically like, right now, think to yourself your own name in your head. And that's how subtle the voice of God is. That's how subtle a word of knowledge is. But really, it's for every believer. It's really natural. I don't have the clouds part, and God's like, tell the person this, Mike. It's really, it's
it'd be nice sometimes.
Yeah, it'd be cool if that happened, but it doesn't. It's really just partnering in a love relationship with the Holy Spirit. So that's what the big passion in this is about. Really, is word of knowledge and all the gifts of the Spirit. It's more about getting in an intimate relationship with Holy Spirit than it is just learning a tool. Mm-hmm. So when every believer can have an intimate relationship with the Holy Spirit, therefore every believer can move in word of knowledge.
Wow.
So
yeah. Do you have any examples of some of the exercises? Because there's a lot of practical application in this book. It's not just telling what Micah has done. It's actually some things that you can actually apply and do in your own life.
Yeah.
Is there any particular one you can think of?
I think I remember one fun one that I put in there. I believe it's in the book. Is to ask Holy Spirit before you go to work to give you what your coworkers had for breakfast. So you're practically just you're just having fun and basically sharing lightheartedly, just asking your coworkers, hey, did you have, Cheerios for breakfast? And if they say no, then you're just like, oh, cool, that's awesome. I just was taking a wild guess. You don't have to. So it's very low risk, but you're actually stretching yourself and learning to hear God. So another example I think I had was where before your day, you ask God to give you words of knowledge for your whole day, like what's going to happen throughout your whole day. And at the end of the day, when you get home, you can look through that list that you made and see how you heard God correctly, what you heard wrong, and then you just keep growing and growing by doing that. So super fun, laid back,
Cool.
So yeah.
Sounds great. Yeah, and so I would imagine that this is something you've been walking in for a while to actually write the book. You had to walk in for a while. And I wondered if there were other people around you that you've noticed have kind of used this and walked in and have any stories that they might have done.
Yeah, so it was amazing. I actually received an email from somebody way down south I've never met them before, and she said she got the book through Amazon. Just picked up
Wow.
the book on Amazon, and is actually a prophet in the sense that she, I don't know their stream, but she says she's a prophet in their church and the prophetic leadership in their church, and she had never really moved in word of knowledge. And after reading the book and then actually doing the activation, she said it literally works. Like, I'm releasing words of knowledge now in our services. I'm like hearing God in word of knowledge, and it's actually flowing through me. And she said she read it in like a day.
Wow.
So I wrote it in a day, and she read it in a day. It's really simple. She read it in a day, but actually did the activations, and she was like, they work. I'm actually flowing word of knowledge
That's
now.
amazing.
So
That's
that was a
amazing.
cool story. It really encouraged me.
Yeah. Which brings up another point that I like to emphasize for all of our authors. If you read their books and you get something out of it, give them a good review on Amazon, because it really helps.
It does. It really helps. I need to hear, but it also helps other readers if they want to, are interested in the book. It helps them know what they want to, what they're picking up.
Yeah,
so.
and this is a very quick read. I read it in just a few hours.
Yeah.
But to actually apply it, it takes time to actually walk it out.
Absolutely.
So it's not just information; it's actually practical. Practical information you can actually use in your life.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
And it's fun. I mean, it's fun stuff that you can actually walk out and enjoy. So the name of the book is Word of Knowledge Training Manual by Micah Level. And where can they get this?
You can get this, again, on Amazon.com, my website, mylovepursuit.com, and at our church, Upper Room Worship Center.
All right. Well, thank you, Micah. And go out and get Word of Knowledge Training Manual by Micah Level.